I wanted to film the whole day because Christopher Nolan's been my favourite director for about 4 years. Inception's my favourite film, Prestige is closely behind it. I've known about this film since the start of 2013, so I was really excited for this film. Smart? Look at this. Flipping smart. Day started off, went to school as normal, with the gang. It's like a biker gang, but on a bus. Bus gang. Ate a Pringle, went on the computer a bit. I was editing the pisser outro, or intro. Then I did some more lessons, and then we started walking to the cinema. What did I think about this film? I think it's a great film. I really loved it. I see something like in films like Inception and The Prestige as big, solid shapes. You can, you know, dig into every time you watch it. And every time that digging would be something new you discover. Last time I watched Inception was more than a year ago, after I'd seen the Honest trailer. And at that time, it was my favourite film. I was questioning all these, they're nitpicking. Oh, is this right? And I'm quite impressionable with things like that. Loved it just as much, if not the most I've ever enjoyed it. Found something new to like about it. Another theory about what the film was actually, the narrative was coming from. And that's why I think Christopher Nolan's films are great. Every single line has a purpose for The Prestige, which just you discover, which you think about. The best films reward you with extra viewings, and I've watched Inception more than 10 times. I mean, I'm going to watch it hundreds of times in my life, I think. But still, like I said, last viewing was probably the best one. With this film, I don't think it's going to reward you with the same amount of multiple viewings, but I don't think it does that less than the Dark Knight trilogy. Lots of people say that Christopher Nolan's best film is The Dark Knight. I completely disagree. I think the best thing about the film is Heath Ledger's performance, but that's not what makes a Christopher Nolan film, and then I don't see it as Christopher Nolan's best. Inception as his best, or The Prestige as his best, or Memento, because they're all unique in how well crafted they are. Interstellar doesn't have the same. Mark Kermode described it as narrative rigour. However, the soundtrack and the visuals just work perfectly together to sometimes make emotional moments, sometimes to make just, like I said, mind-blowing moments. And that makes the film different. Also, I know I said about the narrative rigour thing. The film is clever. Encompasses time travel and space travel. And I do think that most things in there are there for a purpose. And just little things that... Now I think about it, I think if I watched it a couple more times, there would be things I picked up. But I don't think that's to the same extent. Like, it's a sentimental film. And there's lots of science in it. It's really good. I liked it. I think it's the best film I've seen of this year. I watched The Grand Budapest, which was really good. I watched Gone Girl recently. I watched The In-Betweeners 2, which was terrible. Anchorman 2, which was also pretty crap. A couple of good jokes in there. So Interstellar is definitely the best film I've seen this year. Right, Hobbit next. Hobbit next. I think I'm going to film that day as well. Look forward to that. Thanks for watching.
Now, we defend it.
What is it? It's a baby. Oh, wicked! That's what I'm talking about.